We are on the way to the metro station now to get the train to the airport. It's our first morning in Belfast and we're off to the Titanic Museum. We've just been in the Titanic Museum and had coffee at a place there called Paper Cup. Now we're heading back into the city centre to go to the mall that apparently has a really good view, and also to try and find some murals. We've come into Patisserie Valerie for a cup of tea. Everyone is so friendly here, it's just fantastic. We did not make it to the murals, we're going to do that tomorrow. It's our second full day in Belfast today, and we're off this morning to the Peace Wall, and I think it's the West Belfast murals. We're going to have a little look at a donut shop on the way.
So we have the tropical donuts, mango pineapple glaze with toasted coconut lime. Got the
What did you get?
I got a s'mores donut. Let me see.
Oh, look at that.
It's gonna be gooey. Really good donut. It's very light and fluffy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And now we're going to St George's Market, the hall there, to find some... What are we finding?
I don't even know.
We're just going to have a look. This morning we're going to the zoo. Oh. So it's not gone completely to plan so far. Sunday buses in Belfast don't match what Google says. There don't seem to be buses until like gone 10 o'clock. Well, our ticket for the zoo is at 10. So we're currently walking into the city centre to hopefully get a bus from there to the zoo. Okay, we finally made it onto the bus. I think we're on the right bus to get to the zoo. We have made it. Okay, the first animal that I've seen is a little goat.
What have you just spotted, Megan?
We've spotted the capybaras.
Let's go and have a look. How do you feel about the capybaras?
I'm very excited.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Look at them. They're so majestic. We're on the next stage of our journey now through Northern Ireland. We've picked up a car and we're now off to the Causeway coast. Come to Glenariff Forest Park on the way to Derry, and the views here are just incredible. Our plan is to check out the cafe situation and then follow the waterfalls walk. now come along the coast to Ballycastle and it is actually sunny. We're going to go and find something to eat now. We've been out for lunch in this super cute cafe where the staff were lovely, but Ballycastle seems to be sort of closed on a Monday. So we're going to go to, where is it, what now?
Portstewart.
Portstewart, because the donut place in Belfast also has a branch there, so Rihanna's going to get another donut. We've now come to Portstewart because they've got a branch of the donut place here, and it's actually really cool. It's like a very nice seaside-y place.
I've got a donut. It's salted caramel and white chocolate.
Salted caramel and white chocolate. What's the verdict?
So good.
Let's look at it. Today we've come to the Giant's Causeway to go to the visitor experience, and it's so sunny. Oh, look how sunny it is. The Giant's Causeway is a bunch of rocks that was put in place by a giant called Finn that wanted to go from Ireland to Scotland, so made a passage, like a bridge to there, and then these are all the rocks that are left now.
So they say it's always changing how it looks because of the rocks weathering.
What you got?
I've got a scoop of chocolate and then a scoop of Belgian milk chocolate, which looks like vanilla with like chocolate shaving. It's really nice chocolate in it.
Oh yeah.
Really good. The chocolate is good. It's not very dark, but it's quite chocolatey.
Today we have a full day in Derry. We're just heading into town now for some brunch. The original place we wanted to go to for brunch is still closed post Rona, so we had brunch at a different place called the Scullery, which was very nice, and now we're going around the city walls. So we've walked around the walls. It was about a mile. Derry's just really, really small. There is a museum of Free Derry, but we're kind of like museumed out at the moment. So we're just sort of sat by the river, contemplating what to do with the rest of the day. We've made a bold choice. So instead of going to Dungannon tomorrow, which to be fair does seem to be in the middle of nowhere,
Literally everyone's like, what is that for?
so we've been bold and we've decided instead to just go straight back to Belfast tomorrow. So we're going back to our Airbnb now in Derry to investigate potential accommodation options. There's still places we want to go in Belfast, so that's the tea. Today we're on the way back to Belfast and we're stopping at, what's it called?
Navan Fort.
Navan Fort, where apparently we're stepping back in time and having some, what is it, medieval reenactments.
It's like 2000.
So we're in a place called Navan Fort.
Oh, Navan Fort. I was saying it wrong.
Oh, okay, Navan Fort. And it's like an old Celtic settlement, and we've come up the hill that was the temple. Some of it is medieval, but some of it's like further back than that, like 95 BC they said, didn't they? So we're just having a wander around like the mount and stuff now. On the way to Belfast, after going to Navan Fort, we've come to Oxford Island Nature Reserve, which is like a massive lake with picnic tables and trails, and it's so pretty here. We're now back in Belfast. We've ordered a takeaway to come to our B&B room, and now we're just going to the shop to get some drinks to go with the takeaway. And I'm ready for a run. Rihanna's not. She's not coming on the run with me.
I'm wearing trainers.
We're getting strange looks because of our mismatching outfits. come to the Ulster Folk Museum today, and it's a little bit like Beamish, it seems. Oh man, the lighting is horrendous. There we go. It's a little bit like Beamish by the look of it, so it's got old buildings, there's people dressed up in old clothing, and we've got a whole map of things to see. I think there's a little farm. I think they said they've got piglets. This is what we're seeing. We're walking through the old village now, and there's just old houses everywhere, and apparently they moved the buildings from the original location brick by brick. It's so cool.
Beautiful eye. It's got one blue, one brown eye.
We're going to the C.S. Lewis Square later today, where they've got statues of different characters from Narnia. And we've come to the Lamppost Cafe for lunch, which was recommended by our Uber driver. And it's all Narnia themed. They've got different Narnia things. And then on the tables where you're not allowed to sit because of social distancing, they've got teddy bears. We've had lunch in the Lamppost Cafe, which was really nice. And now we're going to the C.S. Lewis Square to see the statues of Narnia. Who are you most excited about, Rhiannon?
Mr. Tumnus.
Mr. Tumnus. Today is our last full day in Belfast. We're starting off the day with donuts. There's quite a queue though of about, how many people?
10 people ahead of us.
10 people in the queue.
What are we doing, Megan?
Well, we're gonna go and pick up some donuts. I'm really excited. We're currently at the Big Fish. There's a tour group massively in the way, so we can't get to the Big Fish, but we have found it. On the Big Fish, all the ceramic tiles here have different stories to do with the history of Belfast. And apparently it's a 10-metre long salmon of knowledge, even though it's blue, and it was put in place to celebrate the river coming back to life. New ice cream. We've got Morelli's now.
So it's a darker chocolate than Maud's. I'd say it's a more deeper chocolate flavour, but I would say Maud's is a nicer chocolate flavour because it's Belgian chocolate. But it's very good.
Good. We are sat in the park at the end of our last day watching all the doggos go by, and it's just fantastic.